What's up, guys? Here to do a deck profile for Genesis. This is going to be Swordsoul, a True Draco, True King take on it. So the reason why I decided to make this deck and run it just because I like Swordsoul, but unfortunately, Merchants and Chi Shao are really the biggest issue. Is these are really expensive, and I wanted to find a way to play this deck. I really like this deck, and the inspiration really came from this list I saw in the OCG that was running True King cards to bridge into them. Um, so the idea is we just pop our True Kings, which can get to any of these, which is Sword Soul combo, and some depending on what hands we have. So we're really not running Emergence. I just want to get this out of the way. We're not running Emergence, Diagram, uh, that can run this deck just because I think Emergence for one search is not that good. It's too expensive. I'd just rather play high quality non-engine at that point. Diagram, too expensive. Would love to play these if I can, but can't unfortunately. And then we'll talk about Crossout Designator a little bit later, and how I feel about this, potentially running this card. So deck 3, Mariamne the Paradox. This is a new one. This one, you can special summon him to either side of the field by destroying a True Draco or True King card. And then whichever field he's summoned to, they banish the top 4 cards. It's mandatory. So yeah, this is really the one that I like to see in my hand paired with other True Draco cards. Um, so yeah, this deck is more of like a 1.5 to 2 card combo deck now. So yep, and then we run the OG Mariamne. Um, all these cards, if you destroy 2 wind monsters, banish exactly 4 cards off the top of the opponent's deck. Honestly, never comes up as much, but we do sort of have a innately high win count, so you can resolve this. Um, you can resolve this. You can resolve the effect quite a bit, depending. So yeah, and then when this one's destroyed, this is what we care about. If they're destroyed by card effect, add a non-wind or monster from your deck to your hand. So you can add Moyi, you add Long One. So if you already open Moyi, you can search Long One or any other non-wind worm monster. Uh, and then we have Barastos, True King Barastos. Again, if you somehow destroy 2 waters, non-target banish 2 spell trap cards on the field or graveyard. But if it's destroyed, you can special summon from your deck 1 non-water worm monster. So this gets you Taya and any of the other worms. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, this is the one I like to really use more often, just because it just doesn't go through your normal summon, and you can maintain your normal summon and extend through a couple hand traps, or if they nib you. Then we have Lithostigem. So if you manage to destroy 2 Earth monsters, highly unlikely it's not going to happen. But you can banish 3 cards, up to 3 different monsters from your opponent's extra deck with different names. But if he's destroyed, you can special summon a non-Earth worm monster from your graveyard. So pretty cool. Uh, one of just really just for the grind game. So yep. And then for the Sword Soul cards, 2 Moyi, you can run a third. I've been just liking 2. I don't like to open multiples of her. I'd rather just bridge into her if I can. So yeah. 2 Taya. Yeah, I was originally running 1, but I wanted 2 just because it's okay to normal summon him sometimes also. And if you get back a Brastos, you can special summon another one from the deck. So yeah, have some sort of follow up. And it's a wind also. Kind of funny for this, because if you're able to resolve this type of effect, if you're able to banish 8 cards off the top of your opponent's deck, I think there is some value in that, in my opinion. So yeah, 2 long one. Can't fit a third one. If you can get to him, get to him. If you search him, it's nice. Typically, I'm just trying to search Blackout, and the burn, it does come up. So it comes up. And if you're trying to add stuff back off of Adhara, usually this is like the last opportunity you have to get a normal monster on the field to use this effect. And yeah, so now we have the 10E cards, 3 Adhara, 3 Saria, 1 Chetana. This can be any level 4 10E if you want. to be the fire or the water wind one. Sorry. Um, I just like the water one a lot. I have been using the water one for a while, but it can be any of them realistically. It could even be the fire one because if they impermanent your Taya, uh, and you want to make Boxia, these two will always have a spin back to Baxia. So yeah, but this one, um, yeah, you can realistically run any of them. I just like this one a lot. So yeah. That's it for the Tenyis. Saruria is really good, just because if you're able to get to Saruria, you can turn your Mariamne into a level 10. It's also an extender if these get impermanent. Um, Also, if you really want to, you can summon this after you special your long one to make a 10 and then keep the normal monster on board to use for synchro play later on. So, yeah. We have three, so for our non-engine, we have three Droll and Lockbird, three Fulwa, and then three Nibiru. Um, these are just the most high impact, cost efficient ones you can run. So yeah, Droll is just too efficient for how cheap it is. Fuwa can be honestly like I've seen there's some matches where I've played where they just actually just pass. Um, they'll maybe give you a draw or two, which usually is enough if you can push through all that. But usually they'll just pass and give you a half board, and this is where for board breaking on Swordsoul, where it really excels is if you Swordsoul is really good at breaking half boards. Um, so yeah. Also, we can draw into Nib if we really want to. Also, so we can just simplify their board, give them a token, and then the idea is we just destroy the token and just attack rename that way. So yeah. Then for the spells, 3 True Draco Awakening. This searches Mariamne or any of their True King True Draco cards. Um, so yeah, if you open any of these and you have this, this can get you whichever piece you're missing. 2 Heavenly Dragon Circle, 1 Tiny Infinity, 1 Vessel. Vessel is a little less valuable just because we don't have the normal monster. It can send any worm monster from our deck to the graveyard. Typically, we're just really just sending Adhara. Um, just because if we can get the bonus add back, it'd be really nice, but can't really get it that often. Tiny Infinity gets you either one of these spells, and Heavenly Dragon Circle is how we can get to Moi, Taya, or any of our missing worms that we want. Also, you can use it to dodge Valor Imperm for these guys. All right, so then the last thing we run is 1 Swordsoul Blackout on the deck. It's 40 cards. I only have these here because I want to talk about them. But these cards are just too expensive. Crossout, actually, interesting card. You can cut a Droll or a Nib to run this guy, and then you can up the count on any of the other, like another Heavenly or another Vessel if you want. I just think making the cut, unless I'm playing 3 of this card, I don't think cutting those just to play 1 is worth it. Um, totally valid way you can play this deck. If you want a more defensive version, um, somewhat of a more if you want to play like a more offensive version, but I think this is as of right now just good going first or second. You have choices for it, so yeah. But I will experiment with running 3 and just maybe running 1 Droll, 1 Nib, and maybe not even running Fuwas, or maybe still running Fuwas, just because this can really just end our turn also. So yeah, that's another way you can play it. I haven't tested it as much yet. I just want to test this version because I feel like I'd be more comfortable with it, this version for right now. So yeah, and then the extra deck, 2 Boxia, 1 Black Rose, 1 Legacia, 1 Crimson Blader, 1 Draco Berserker, 1 Gaimir Agrine, 1 Ready Rose, 1 Shishao. Unfortunately, at 33, he's the only one we have, so we can only run 1. 1 Long One, 2 Chen Ying, 1 Muladhara, 1 White Aura Whale, and then 1 Yazi. So, yeah, honestly, it's just like a utility extra deck, whatever you kind of want to make. A going second version is viable also. Um, Not sure what I would be running. You could run droplets too, um, because realistically we don't. You run droplets also. We don't. If this would probably be the only like board breaker that is not Dark Ruler I'd run if I would make it going second build, just because we just want to be able to kill them in that battle phase if we can, you know. So that is like a going second build is a consideration. This is just like a template for like what we can explore. So yeah, and then the side deck is kind of honestly it's kind of whatever. It's just 3 Crow, 3 Gamma Seal just to get over tower monsters, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, 3 Dark Ruler, and then 3 Gordian Slicer. Um, yep, I don't really have much to say. Can honestly be whatever you want, but for my siding patterns, if I know I'm going first, I side out 3 Fuwa for 3 Crow. Um, and then if it's a back row deck, I side out Nibs for Cosmic Cyclones also. Actually, there's a lot of decks that just have spell traps set, like Dracotel, so Cosmic Cyclone is really good. Can be Twin Twister also, but the hand advantage is kind of weird in this deck, so yeah. This deck does fold to Droll pretty also. I'm just gonna say, like, you can play around or through it, but it folds to Droll a lot of the time. It can fold to Droll. Just be aware of that. Another card um, that I was thinking about also, just wasn't in the budget, is a K9X Werewolf, just because, you know, sometimes you have your Swordsoul cards already and you just have 2 level 9s. You can slap 2 of them together to make this. Um, so I actually find that I'm special summoning this guy quite a bit sometimes because of the high win count. Um, and Barastos, if you manage to summon him or destroy him, uh, you can special summon Lithosygem from your deck and then overlay those two, make a werewolf. That is just something to consider. Unfortunately, he's pointed at 10, so what we cut for it, I don't know. We just have this is just something that you can consider also. All right, so that is the deck. I'm gonna go over like a few replays that I have of like some example combos you can do. So yeah, so the first one is Mariamne plus OG Mariamne, and then you have a Adhara in hand. So here we go Mariamne effect, pop OG Mariamne. Mariamne adds us Moyi. And then Moyi summons the token after we reveal Adhara. So really, this can just be any worm. Synchro for Chi Xiao. Then forgot in this replay, but Mariamne mandatory banish 4. So Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. So yeah, but here I'm banishing the 4 for that. As you see, we banish some cards. And then we will draw off Moyi, search with Chi Xiao, and then we go summon Chi Xiao, Chi Xiao, summon the token. And this here we can go Adhara, add back. We can add if we have another worm in the banish zone. We can add back another worm just for follow up if we want. So yeah. But here we're just gonna make a Chen Ying, and that's literally it. So you can kind of same-ish get to the same board. Um, and yeah, that is like one thing. This is what Mariamne does. I find that the Mariamne, popping Mariamne can get us there, but it's not as strong as this one, which is popping Barastos instead. Um, so that Barastos, we're gonna pop Barastos instead. That. And then Mariamne banish 4. So here it's kind of if we had it in Hara hand and we banish Surya, we can add back Surya and then convert from there, which is something that's actually kind of cool. Utility way to use the Mariamne and the Adhara. You can kind of high roll and get like these crazy banishes, like banishing Surya and you have Adhara and you're able to resolve is insane. So yeah. So here we summon Taya. This doesn't go through our normal summon, so if we have Moyi already in hand, we can normal summon her. But yeah, here we go. Banish Barastos because he's a worm also. Get a normal, make Chi dump Adhara, search Blackout. Or if we have something um, to reveal for Moyi right here, this is what I'm showing. We go Moyi, summon Moyi, get Mula Adhara, draw, um, which I skipped a step here, but Mula Adhara adds the Tenyi Infinity. Tenyi Infinity adds the Heavenly Dragon Circle. Send Mariamne for long one, pitch Adhara, synchro for evil long one, or you can make Chenying. So right here, we can also banish the Adhara to add backup Rastos, or we can get Saruya. Um, and over here, obviously, if you have extra worms to discard, you can increase your ceiling even more because of it. But this is like an example of like the kinds of like how you use these cards. Not a straight up combo, but like something to think about. But yeah, so yeah, that is the deck profile and kind of like an example of what you can do with the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will be taking this to the next Genesis event. Pending no points changes, as it is right now, this is what I'm going to take. I will, if you guys want, I can come back and go through this deck and find how it plays in practice. Honestly, in practice, with some testing I've done online, it's worked out fairly well, or it's okay. You know, a lot of a lot of it is just like you as the player, how you use these cards. Because these cards will catch people. These True King True Draco cards will catch people off guard. They think you're playing some like weird deck, right? But yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will try to answer as many questions as I can as possible in the comment section. But that's it. See ya.